Okay, hey everybody. Quick update on my Sava, on a few things that happened over my last ride, things that I've done to it, and I'm going to attempt the rest of the video. I'm going to attempt to use my photography equipment, my Nikon 500 with my Rokinon Stellar Photography 2.8. See if I can get a better video with the microphone. I'm going to test that anyway to see, and I'm going to show you the rest of my bikes. I've mentioned that I have other bikes. I'll try to put them in here and show you a few things, make it quick, and let's go. Let's see what happens. All right, so recording on my Nikon 500. So let's see what happened here. So on my last ride, I came in and I had one spoke completely loose. So I had to redo the whole wheel, screw it, get it going, and it worked out pretty good. I did that this morning, and that's what I got. I got it pretty decent. I don't have a truing stand, so what I do is I remove the actual tire in the tube. I place it back in, and I use one of my pads right here as a guide as to you know how where my truing is going. And I don't have a tensioner, so I do old school by hand. Make sure that they're not too tight, not too loose, and that's what I do basically. I don't have any spoke creaking. No spokes are snapping, so it's pretty good. I'm satisfied with what I did, and saving me some money. So that's what happened with this. The other thing is, as you can see, it's yellow. I've got yellow electrical tape, just common yellow electrical tape. I have different colors. I chose yellow, and I wrapped my wheel liner. I wrapped it, one complete wrap, with electrical tape. I was getting some flats back to back, and what happens is these liners, with the friction and the movement while you're riding, it kind of creates weak spots in the rubber for the tubing. For those of you who use tubes, and I kept getting consistent flats on the sides of the tubes, and that's indicating to me that it's coming from the edge of the wheel liner. So I'm not going to replace the wheel liner. I just taped over it with electrical tape. That's kind of like an old school trick, and so far it's doing good. And the wheel itself, after truing it, is doing good. Like I said, I'm going to get rid of these wheels eventually. I'll get rid of them, but for now they're going to have to do. And pretty much that's it. The crank. I did a video on the crank. Well, this thing is sweet, sweet, sweet. I love it. It's actually I'm happy with it. It's very smooth, very smooth. I think I'm cranking better. It's giving me better results than the ounce crank that the bike came with. So I'm doing good with that. So far the bike's doing good. I did a couple of changes to the. I taped up here at the bottom to get rid of some of these cables before I cut them down. And basically that's it. So anyway, let me show you the rest of my bikes that I've mentioned in other of my videos that I have some other bikes and I do work to them. And I'm going to bring them out real quick just to show you, if you're interested, whoever's interested, you know. This here's my Pride and Joy GT97. I did a video on this one. I took the Rock Bros off and I put the pedals that came with the Sava. So I'm running the Rock Bros over there, but originally I had those Rock Bros on this. And this is all original, like I said. I did a video on this one. Just want to show it off. I like this bike, I love it. Everything's fully functional on it. I do ride it every once in a while. I do get a kick out of riding it, but everything works fine, sweet, you know. Like I said, I've replaced the rear cog a couple of times, but basically this is it. Let me show you my other bike. This is my pitch expert. This is a specialized pitch expert. This I converted over to a single up front. Got rid of the front derailleur. Got rid of some extra cable and shifter up here to the front. I had the trail tires on here, and I switched it over to these drifters. These drifter tires are awesome. Awesome. This is what I use in the inner city downtown area. I replaced the rear and I got this huge cog back here because in the future I'm going to replace this, and I'm going to replace this Dior. It's a Shadow Dior derailleur, which is actually really nice. I'm going to replace that, so I went ahead and got the cog and put it on there. Everything else on the bike is original. The shock, everything else is original, and this is what I use in the inner city to ride around, have fun, jump stairs, just whip it around. It's a really nice bike. Short seat stays, short chain stay. That's good. I like that for whipping it around curves and corners. Banking out in the trails. Although I haven't taken this bike out to the trails because since the last hurricane, the trails been redone, and then the virus thing showed up. So I didn't convert this back to my trail tires, and this is the bike that this is what I did to this bike in order to keep up with my daughter, so I can help her train for her tryouts, since she's a roadie, and that's the reason why I got a road bike, because I want to ride with my daughter, and this is what I did to this bike in order so I can keep up with her, or try and keep up with her, and I ended up getting a road bike. But this thing is a beast, man. I'll tell you what, this is a lot of fun right here. Specialized alloy. It's called Pitch Expert, and I got this about 4 years ago. Maybe closer to 5 now, but I got it, and it's sweet. It's a really nice bike. Let me show you my other little bike. This is a really fun bike. This is a real ball buster too, I'll tell you what. But it's a fun bike, It's got the, I think this is the, there you go. I haven't ridden this bike in over a year, I'll tell you what. This bike is fun. Stump jumper, alloy. It's a 2016. It's got Fox 160 travel. I think this is a 130 or 120 right here travel, not sure, something like that. Fully adjustable. This is the FSR. This is specialized FSR dual suspension with GX SRAM GX shifters to match, Shimano brakes, disc, and this bike is fun. It's a whale of a fun, I'll tell you what. Ever since the trail shut down because of the last hurricane we have, and again, everything else, I haven't taken it out, and sometimes this is too much. This is too much for the trails that we have here on flatland down south in the Miami area. I could travel a couple of miles, a couple of hours up north, the state of Florida, to get some real nice jumps and stuff, but a 3-4 hour drive just to get in a park for a couple of hours, it's not worth it. So, but this is truly a really fun bike. Ever since I bought it, I got a deal on it. It's got 650 fatties, what they call, and everything else is stock except the front bar. I switched over the front bar. So, and this thing's, like I said, it's a beast. It's fun, man. I take it out to the stairs, to the office buildings around here. I fly up down the stairs. I just have fun with it. But like I said, it's too much bike for the trails that we have down here. I'm not giving it up. I love it, and this is like a favorite ride of mine. I'm not sure what a headset it's got. I'm not sure about that, but it's like cool headset, really nice. And those are my bikes. I did this myself. I wrapped this up because I kept kicking this. And getting scuff marks on it, so I went ahead and wrapped it. And that's a good wrap. It's been there since day one. And I got a good deal on this bike, $3,200 retail. The guy gave it to me for $2,400. He took $1,000 right off because it was the last one on the floor, and that's what he did. I got it from this place, Bike Tech. That's where I get all my bikes from, except for the Sava. That's online. But Bike Tech, local bike dealer. You know, they have good bikes. You know, you have to pay the price, retail, overhead costs, and all that. But this thing is sweet, man. I'll tell you what, man. It is sweet. It is sweet to ride. So, you know, just thought I'd introduce you to my other bikes and what I did to the Sava, which I'm still working out the kinks on my Sava. Let's put this here. I'd like to see that there. You know, I'm working out the kinks on my Sava. I mean, this is going to be a project for a couple of years until I invest somewhat bit of more money onto this and change over everything and get it close to pro. But as far as the frames holding up pretty good. Frames holding up pretty good. I must say, it's holding up pretty good. Look at that. I trued this thing a little while ago, and I think I did a good job without a drawing stand. I have some tools. I'm not a professional at anything except maybe my photography. I do love my photography. So anyway, this is what I used to true the wheel. This one right here. I have the other one, old school round, that's got multiple spoke sizes, but this is the one that I have. This is the most common one. I used it, that's what I got. So anyway, I hope this video comes out on the Nikon 500, my 2.8 Rokinon stellar photography. That's what I use for the stars and for this now. My GoPro took a shit on me, so I'm not too much of a fan of GoPro right now. I'll tell you what, I'm looking for another camera that I can substitute GoPro for, that gives me good battery life and reliable on memories, and pretty much do the same thing that GoPro does. You know, this is doing good. This is doing good. For the money that I paid for it, it's doing good. And I picked these lights up. I picked up these lights right here. I picked them up on Amazon. They're pretty cool. You know, they look nice. I have the red one, the rear. You know, got these on Amazon. Pretty nice. They got like 4 different types of strobes, 4 or 5. There you go. That's what I use for my nighttime. As soon as I get a small camera that I can port on my bike, I'm gonna go and put it up somewhere and record my ride, put it up. Anybody wants to see it, you know. But anyway, there you go. Sava's doing pretty good. Keep working with it. Frame's still worthy. Alright, so looking at the playback on the video, I noticed that the Nikon only records like 12 minutes. I don't use this camera for video. It's actually my wildlife camera and stellar lens. I got other cameras, but anyway, I'll show you these lights again. I didn't see them before. I'm going to check my camera now. There you go. Now you can see them. Blue, white, different patterns there, different strobes. That's pretty cool. So now I know something about, like I said, this is my camera. I use it for my, this is my nature photography camera. That's basically what I use it for. I put the wide angle lens on it just for this. I didn't feel like breaking out all my camera gear right now. So this is it anyway. Thank you for watching. I'll keep updating for those who care. I'll keep updating for those who don't care. Don't matter to me. I'm just having fun. And like I said, I'm going to keep spending some money on this bike. Take it as far as close to pro that I could. And these Continental tires are doing pretty good. Pretty good, you know. Somebody looked at them and they told me they were pretty decent tires. Ultra Sport 2, they're called. And you know, well, there it is. I got nothing else to add. Got nothing else to do today. and go for a ride later on. Worked all night, haven't slept. Had a decent breakfast, feel good. So, what else is new? I'm gonna go ahead and mount the tire back on, and I picked up on Amazon about 12 of these 60 mil valve stems, because for some reason or other, the local bike shops around here, they only have these 80s. You know, they only have these 80s, and they look kind of like all that stem sticking out. It's kind of weird, so I don't like it. So I got like 12 of the 60s from Amazon for 50 bucks, and I'll be putting this one on. I always check these before I put them on for low spots. Let me show you. I'm not sure. I guess there's nothing that you can do about this. See, here's a low spot right here. Right here. See that right there? Not sure how that happens. If it was like, if it's, that's the way they made it, but I noticed the tires with these low spots, the tubes, they don't last that long. So, see, it's like a weak spot right there. It's like a weak spot right there. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pretty sure you could. It's like a weak spot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put another tube, and leave this one as a spare. Carry it in my backpack or whatever, So that's what I do. I got these 60 mils. They look better. Actually, this is what I need, 60 mil. This is a 40, 60, so the stem is actually looking pretty decent on it. And these are the lights right here. These are the lights. So they're good. I do have more lights though. These go up here in the fork, but I do have some overhead lights that I also use. But these are pretty neat. For those of you who want to know, I don't use the blue one because the police will stop me. They have, and they've told me that actually I cannot use the blue one with the white or the red. So, but I have it there in case of emergency or something. It's just an extra light. But just so for those of you who are watching and you're onto that, yeah, I can't use the blue and the white together because the local cops, well, they want to say that I'm impersonating. So, wheels doing pretty good. I like it. I can probably do this all day, but I won't. I'm gonna go on a bike ride later. Put this back together. I'll clean it later tonight. So anyway, hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I'll update another video maybe in a week or so. Unless there's an emergency or something happens, then I'll do that. So thank you for watching again.